In the last videos,
we have gone through the
from problem
steps
and design.
and design
In the
specifically.
design,
So in the design,
we know that it is 4 lakh
we know that it is 4 lakh liter capacity,
and the depth of the
and the depth of the water is 4 meter. Freeboard is 200 mm.
M20 grade of the concrete.
M20 grade of the concrete, where we got diameter as 11.7 meter. We got here
20
mm diameter
at the rate 150 mm center.
at the rate 150 mm center to center at the base.
Then we got the
thickness as 170 mm,
and then we got then 20 mm diameter
300 mm
300 mm
at the rate 300 mm center to center.
we got
at the middle, or you can say at the 2 meter below the top.
Similarly, we got
this 20 mm diameter
500 mm
at the rate 500 mm at the top.
And we have also calculated
the vertical reinforcement, and that is 10 mm diameter
at 160 mm. And at the base slab,
we got here 8 mm at 200 mm center to center. So these are the reinforcement detail, and accordingly we are going to now
the details of the
reinforcement, that is step number 7.
So details of the
reinforcement.
So that is our step number
7.
Now in this case, what we are
going to do
we are
going to go for the reinforcement detail.
So we know that
the depth
of
water tank
depth of 4 meters.
Having the depth of 4 meters.
So we are going to double it. 8 meters.
So make it 8 meters.
And we have the thickness of
170 mm. So
here also we can
double it. So that is going to be
0.4.
Say 0.4 approximate.
And similarly we do have
the base slab, that is 150 mm thick. So it is around 0.3 approximately.
So you need to
remember that while drawing
this reinforcement detail,
draw it with the scale,
with the proper scale as
well.
So this is how it will look like. And now
And now,
first of all, I'll draw.
Well, so
This is the flexible
well, so
one.
this is the flexible one. So this is actually
Joint one.
a joint one.
Now, first of all, what
we'll do, we are going to draw
just vertical
reinforcement. Here, just we will show.
This has to be at the middle.
This has to be at the middle. And
we can just make it in four different parts.
So
these are the four different parts.
Here is the first part, then second part, then third part, and then fourth part.
Here
we need to just
we know that the first one it is
the 20 mm diameter,
150 mm center to
at the red 150 mm center to center at the below. So
mark it here.
I'll just mark it here.
And then it just
goes increasing. So then it is 200 mm.
And then
it is 300 mm. So spacing again goes on increasing.
And then
it is
500 mm.
At the last it is 500 mm.
So this is how the
spacing has to be there.
So I'll just round it up.
So that
I can just mark those
bars.
So am I going to mark it?
Likewise. Because at the different
depth,
the spacing varies. And I'll just
mark first of all. And you have to mark
the arrow here, so it understand that this is actually the hoop reinforcement which we want to show.
So here it is 20 mm. Diameter bars at 150 mm to center. Now this
center to center. Now this spacing goes on increasing. So then 20 mm at
200 mm
center to center.
20 mm.
Then 20 mm
diameter
at the rate
300 mm
center to center. And then
20
mm diameter at 500 mm center to center. So this is at the top. So these are the reinforcement.
This is at the base.
Then it goes on increasing 150 mm to 200 mm, again 300 mm, and then 500 mm. This is just like, so this is all about the 4 meter. So
1 meter
at the below 1 meter, the next 1 meter, and at the top just mark here 1 meter.
And then you have this
vertical bars as well. So
mark that.
I can just mark that too.
You can just look at how am
I going to mark it here.
Now this vertical bar is common.
For all the thing, and that is 10 mm diameter.
and
at
160 mm.
160 mm center to center. So
these are the reinforcement of
the wall, and now we're going for the base slab.
For the base slab,
so for the base slab, you can just show. So
now this is 8 mm diameter.
So now this is 8 mm diameter
at 200 mm
center to center. So these are
at the base slab, and this is at
both the sides.
You can write down this.
At both sides.
So we can even mark.
So
majorly these are the
reinforcement details. This is at the base slab.
This is hoop reinforcement
at the base. Then the next one, hoop reinforcement. This is hoop reinforcement. This is also hoop reinforcement, and this is in red color. That is vertical reinforcement.
Which is going to be common, and you can
understand. In the last lecture, we have provided this reinforcement on both the faces, but in this problem, since this thickness is 170 mm, that is less than 225 mm, and therefore we have to provide it in the center, at the center.
So there are again
different layers of the M10 concrete, as well as the joint filling compound layer of tar as well. That also can be added afterwards if you wish to, but otherwise these are the main reinforcement. I'll just mark the dimensions as well.
So this
depth is 4 meter, and then this is 150 mm,
and you have the thickness of the
wall,
that is
170 mm.
So these are the
certain dimensions of the wall,
and reinforcement
detail,
as we have already
discussed and calculated in the earlier steps.
So accordingly you can
draw the reinforcement detail.
So thank you so much.
I'm Dr. Shrikant Dharle.
In the next
video we will be going through the
circular tank with rigid
joint between floor and wall.
For that we will solve the problem.
And for that we will solve the problem.
So thank you.
So thank you.